to Mr. Ed Kemper. Ed Kemper stood at 6'9". The guards on staff at the time informed me that if Mr. Kemper misbehaved over the course of our interview, there was a panic button in the corner of the desk. When the guards left the room, Mr. Kemper immediately told me that he could twist my head off of my neck, place it on the desk so my face would be the first thing they saw when they returned. Best believe I hit the shit out of that panic button. 1 time, 2 times, 10 minutes, 30 minutes goes by, no guards. We learned later that the button was in fact broken. I did laundry twice that week. I didn't have a chance to analyze Mr. Kemper. You see, he had already done it for me. He was intellectual, he was articulate, and furthermore, he turned himself in. As the co-ed killer, killing young woman after young woman, he realized he was simply trying to exterminate his own mother. She was an alcoholic, quite abusive to him. They lived together. One night she comes home quite intoxicated, crawls into bed with a paper bag. Mr. Kemper makes his way down the hallway to say goodnight to her, and she says something to the effect of, "Let me guess, you're just going to drone on all night." Mr. Kemper decapitated her that evening, and in his words, he humiliated her skull. I'll let you infer what that means. Now, when I left Mr. Kemper, I realized there were 2 different time periods, before Kemper and after Kemper. The FBI could no longer deny that these men had correlations. Sexual dysfunction, parental issues, fantasies that grew and grew until they needed to be made manifest. Now, at the same time, the serial killers are enduring something of a Beatlemania themselves. They're getting flashy headlines in the newspapers. They're starting to get titles that elevate their status. In a single month, Ted Bundy receives 200 pieces of fan mail. A woman who meets him while he's in that jail cell later marries him while he's on trial for murder. Dog tells man to kill. That's the headline for Mr. David Berkowitz, the son of Sam. I sat down with Mr. Berkowitz. He was an asshole. He's from New York. When he was being difficult, I said, "Mr. Berkowitz, perhaps I should be interviewing the dog." He smirked at me, a knowing smile. These men were becoming aware of their own Lord. Their myths were ballooning and ballooning. They were starting to obscure the facts and the truths of their cases, and they knew it. Now, at the same time, I'm having something of an elevated status myself. A famous defense attorney, Jerry Boyle, reaches out to me to see if I will speak with his new client, Mr. Jeffrey Dahmer. Mr. Dahmer was one of the single most pleasant men I've ever met. He was kind, he was soft-spoken, and it was like a song that you really liked, but when you looked at the lyrics, they were gruesome and grotesque. Now, Mr. Dahmer was different than the others. He wanted me to understand. He observed himself from outside his body looking in when he killed. These are clear signs of dissociation, and carried to its end, that's multiple personality disorder. Your Honor, it is my professional opinion that though this young man's crimes are heinous and reprehensible, he is ill-equipped for the incarceration system, sir, and if you put this man into jail, he is genuinely unwell, sir. Your Honor, if I may, I do this for a living, sir. You put this man into the